Right, really quick video just to show you what like the first couple of minutes essentially should be looking like for you as each of the different races. So let's start with Terran. We're not aiming to do anything at all fancy here, just kind of this is roughly what you do to get up and running at the early part of the game, because it has come to my attention that some of our new crafters aren't really too all over that. So again, to start, the first thing we are going to do is build an SCV, literally.
The strongest will win.
What I'm going to do is that first SCV, I'm going to rally it to the top of this ramp here.
Not enough minerals.
You can queue up the
Make
next
sure
one.
your harvester's not gone for the
Don't
coffee
forget
break.
when your SCV pops out to set your rally point back onto the minerals. This guy at the top of the ramp, I'm going to get him to do the supply depot, because otherwise we're going to be supply blocked essentially straight away. Build another worker. You basically, all the time, you always build the workers. You never stop building the workers. I mean, once you get up to like 3 bases full of workers, then you can stop, but don't be stopping before
Not
that.
enough supply
As soon as the supply
depot.
depot finishes, I'm going to build the barracks, and notice the positioning of these. What I'm attempting to do is make a wall at the top of my ramp. Supply depots for Terrans can raise up and down, so I can make an absolute wall here, and it's not going to matter too much. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get this guy to build some gas refinery, so that I will be able to climb up that tech tree. Notice always building the workers, never not building the workers, always building the workers. My racks here, I'm going to just build one here just to show you. I'm going to let my minerals come up a little bit so that I can get to a point where I am, oopsie, so that I can get to a point where I can expand. So Matey here is going to go down and build me a new command center. I'm going to get out a marine. I'm going to turn
You need more minerals.
my command center into an orbital command. I'm going to grab this guy.
You have not enough minerals. Harvester should work hard. This location not
Up in
good
the
for
top right, you
rebuilding.
can see your supply. Always keep an eye on that, and start a supply depot building before you need it. Don't like wait until it's told you your supply blocked, and then start building a supply depot, because when that happens,
Command center move it to another level.
it's going to be a delay. So command center finishes up. Look, this one, hold on mule. I'm going to drop a mule onto my minerals, and that is going to get me quite a lot of extra income. Mules require energy, but they mine faster than SCVs. What I'm doing with this barracks is building a tech lab. That tech lab is going to allow me to get upgrades for my marines. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and build a factory, second barracks, keep on building the workers. This is about to finish up. That'll become
We were looking forward to this add-on.
orbital as well. I'm going to get combat shield, and from here you're kind of on your own really. After this, do what you want. Personally, I don't even know what I'm playing against. I haven't bothered to scout, didn't mention that, but that is roughly what your opening build looks like. So I've got combat shield on its way, I've got a couple of barracks building, I've got this factory that's going to finish up soon.
Command center
When it
upgrade
does
is
finish
finished.
up,
Time to
I
kill
will
enemy.
be building a star port so that I can get medevacs out, and that's going to be very exciting for me. I would if
Not
I
enough
had
Western gas for this action. You need more.
time for another gas.
You must have more Western gas.
And that's kind of it really. Okay, let's move on to the next one. What are we playing on? Winter's Gate, I guess. Winter's Gate or something. Oh gosh, you have to actually type in the proper thing, don't you? I don't know. Winter's Gate, let's have it. So this time, zerg. Let's go. Same sort of idea, to be honest. One of the first things you've got to build is, well, the first thing you build is a worker, and then almost straight away you're going to have to build some extra supply. In the case of zerg, that is overlords. So here we go. first things first,
You
get
have
that
not
worker
enough minerals.
building.
Harvester
Overlords
should
can
work
fly,
harder.
so I'm going to send my Overlord across the map to this location so that it can check the timing of my
Not enough
opponents
minerals.
expand.
Make sure your
Building another
harvester's not
worker,
gone
look,
for
I'm
the
at 14
away.
of 14. Zerg is a bit weird.
You have not enough
As soon as I
minerals.
have the minerals full, I'm
Harvester
building
should
an
work
Overlord,
harder.
and I'm going to send that across the map to this location so that at some point I can suicide it into my opponent's base and have a look around.
You must build more overlords.
Once the Overlord finishes up, build 3 more workers, and this one I'm going to send onto the natural. It is going to expand for me. Zerg expands are cheaper than other expands, and because all of your units come out of the hatchery, you need to have more hatcheries than a terran would have command centers or a protoss would have nexuses. So there goes the expo, that's all good. This guy, the next worker, right, I'm going to build gas. This worker is going to be a spawning pool. Notice that I'm at 16 of 16 now. I do not want to interact that. So everything I do from now on, I'll build more drones to build the buildings that I'm going to use. I'm going to try and avoid using the drones.
You need more minerals.
So this finishes up, and what I'm doing is just as I'm building the drones, I'm just rallying them directly into the gas. Oh, whoops, I've accidentally done something weird with my hotkeys. Not sure what that's about. Let's check this guy out. Why have I got 2 workers doing nothing? Some sort of hotkey error. Sorry about that. Once I hit sort of 20 of 22, the next larva that I've got, I'm going to turn into an Overlord. Notice that with the Overlords, I'm just sending them out into different locations on the map. It's really good to have them around the edges so that if a drop is coming at you or anything like that, you're going to see it coming. This finishes up and I'm not far off 100 gas, so I am going to build, I'm going to research speed, and importantly I'm going to build a queen from each of my hatcheries. I'm going to turn 3 larvae into lings so that I've got 6 lings on the map. Then I'm going to send a drone to my 3rd location. I'm going to drop a 3rd. And from here you're kind of on your own. So when the queens finish up,
Not enough minerals. Make sure your
queens.
harvester's not gone. When you Queen came to help this war,
And these first queens I'm going to
Zerg
use
must
to spray
respect their values.
some
An acceptable command here.
I'm going to build 2 more queens, and my next queens will stay with the hatcheries.
Your forces are under attack.
Oh no, don't do that, run. Oh, what a foot. So I can see that my opponent has expanded. That's okay, it's safe for me to take my 3rd. If my opponent hadn't expanded,
We
I
need
would
more
be a little
overlords to
bit
expand
worried.
this war. Need more energy.
And maybe I would think instead of dropping a 3rd, I'm going to
You've
do
been waiting
something
for your
different.
orders.
From here, maybe you get a lair, maybe you drop a roach swarm, maybe you do whatever you like, maybe you just flood all the
Have
lings
been
in the
waiting for
world. Doesn't
this
really
can only
matter.
be done on the creep.
But that's kind of your pretty standard starting
Without energy,
build
we can't do
for a Zerg. That's it. Let's do Protoss. Maybe I should have done these in like separate videos or something. Okay. All right, boss toss. So, you know, business as usual. First thing we're going to do is build a worker.
The strongest will win. Sure, your harvester's not gone for the
And
break.
yeah, this is such a weird map. I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know what I'm playing against. It does, you know, I would vary these things a little if I sort of knew what I was playing against and those types of things. But I'm not going to. Let's not complicate the issue very much. Again, not a crazy plan to build a pylon at the top of your ramp because you can build a bit of a wall. Under
You
normal
have not enough
circumstances,
minerals.
This guy, I would actually send across the map to do some sort of scouting for me.
Additional pylons need for this action.
As soon as the pylon finishes up, more workers I'm going to build. I'm going to chrono boost them, which is one of the abilities of the Nexus to make things go faster. I'm going to slap my gateway down here, and notice that it leaves this little gap in the middle. In due course, I'll put a zealot in that gap, or an adept, or some sort of unit, and that will have the useful effect of preventing other things from coming to my base. So it's Protoss on the other side of the map. They look very happy. Nothing weird or startling in that location. Once this finishes up, my next move is going to be to build a cybernetics core. Whoops. Well, that's miles away from finishing. I don't know what I'm doing here. Timings are all over the show. Anyway, Matey is in scouting. And my next pylon is going to go behind my mineral line.
Warp not available in this location.
You could build it here if you prefer. The reason it's in that location is so that I'm going to be able to put a shield battery or similar.
You actually require building additional pylons.
Everything's like a bit thrown because I'm kind of stopping to explain stuff.
Make pylons and expand your influence.
This zealot is kind of optional. If you've got a scout on the other side of the base, and I do, and you know that nothing's coming, you could skip that zealot and get the slightly faster expanding again.
You need more minerals.
This finishes up. The first thing you do is research warp gate. I tend to chrono that out, but you know, still around. I'm going to drop another pylon on the low ground here. My zealot is on his way.
Your props are under attack. Very important not to lose.
Sentry, and soon I'm going to go ahead and hello. What are you attacking me with? 2 zealots.
We need more energy. Without energy, we can't do it.
No, don't kill my worker. Is Matey trying to expand down here? Doesn't look like it. Okay, well, that's kind of it, really. Once you get to this point, you've got a cyber core. You could go ahead and build 3 more gateways and start pumping out stalkers if you wanted to go across the map and get aggressive. You could build a Stargate, you could build flying things, you could build Twilight Council if you wanted your stalkers to have blink, you could build a robotics bay, whatever you like really.
You have not enough minerals.
That's you.
Harvester should work harder.
That's it really. Pretty standard Protoss opening. Like I've got one of each gateway unit just for fun. And that's it. GG.
Research is ready.